Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Wednesday morning, September 10th, and it is 4:08 in the a.m. And I just want to provide a brief snippet of an experience I had the displeasure of having yesterday. And I say displeasure because it was a hard conversation. I don't shy away from hard conversations. I really don't. I think they need to be had. They're very necessary and boundary defining, and they provide, I want to say, transparency and clarity as to which side of the line you stand on. So it was displeasurable to have this very difficult conversation with an individual about policies. This particular individual was very, very, very distressed a few months back based on this government's policies. And then they started to relax a little bit based on the fact that they felt relatively safe because they live in California. And then yesterday, I had to, just as a social justice advocate and, a basic, decent human being, tell them that the Supreme Court ruled that they don't have protected status. No. You heard me talk about you fit the profile law. And, this particular individual is undocumented and was stressed the hell out for a very long time. And I had to tell them yesterday they have no protection. None. If they even look a certain way, there's a ruling that has given racist, mask-wearing thugs. I'm using the term thugs now because, that used to be a buzzword in journalism for people of color who committed crimes. We have justified and rationalized crimes against humanity. And for me, that is the highest form of crime. If there is such a thing as a level of crime. A crime is a crime. But when you start doing things like separating families and, rounding up people because you don't like their looks, you have violated due process. So why do we even have a Supreme Court? It's time to wake up to the fact that your rights are systematically being stripped. And if they can't be stripped, we spend endless time in court till it gets to the Supreme Court with different rulings along the way. So there's this stutter, stop movement that just breaks people's spirits. At what point do we collectively say no more? See, it's not a problem for most of us until it impacts us. And I want to say, or pose the question, where in Christianity has that ever been a true statement? It's not a problem until it's a problem for me personally. Show me that theme in Scripture. Now, as I explained to the individual yesterday, fitting the profile has always been applied to black folks. And now another faction of people are figuring out that they're in the same category and it's a problem for them. Where's that, I want to say, collective voice of kumbaya? Where's that collective outrage? You know, crimes against humanity in your church, in the church, in the greater Christian community. See, I told you I'm about deconstructing as much as I am about constructing. What is it that you truly believe, and why do you believe it? See, there's a new level of apologetics in town, and I just want to figure out which side you're on.